Here at Reach Out, we introduce one book every week. These timeless classics are available for students to read with our teachers in our Literature Club course. Social class has always played a role in societies around the world. The U.S. is certainly no different. In the mid-1900s, certain classes gained some notoriety, particularly greasers, a subgroup of working-class individuals that were famous for their slick-back hair, leather jackets and denim, and their attraction to crime. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, author S.E. Hinton was in high school during this time and found inspiration and empathy for the greasers in her school, as well as their rivalry between the rich upper-class group called the socs. She decided to loosely base her novel, The Outsiders, on them, which would go on to become a classic with 14 million sold around the world. The story has a rough beginning, where Pony Boy Curtis is attacked by a group of socs who mercilessly threaten to slit his throat. However, he's rescued by a group of greasers, including his two brothers, Soda Pop and Derry. The rest of the greasers are Johnny Cade, a sensitive 16-year-old, Dally, a hardened criminal with a long record, Steve, Soda Pop's best friend, and Two-Bit, the oldest and funniest group member. The next night, Pony Boy, Johnny, and Dally go to the movies where they meet a group of sock girls. Pony Boy and Johnny sit with them, and Pony Boy realizes that he has a lot in common with one of them named Cherry. Unfortunately, their time is cut short when the sock girls' drunken boyfriends arrive and, to avoid the two groups getting into a fight, leave with them. Derry is furious that Pony Boy comes home late, but Pony Boy has become tired of Derry's constant criticism. After an altercation, Derry slaps Pony Boy, causing him to run away with Johnny. When they reach the park, they run into some sock boys who begin to harass and eventually attack them. One of the boys, Bob, takes Pony Boy to a nearby fountain and attempts to drown him, causing him to lose consciousness. Pony Boy wakes up next to Johnny and, to his horror, Bob's dead body. Johnny tells him that he killed Bob to save him. Terrified of what will happen to them, Pony Boy and Johnny find Dally to ask him what they should do. Dally instructs them to go hide out in an old church building for a while and gives them some money and a gun. After about a week, Dally returns to them and informs them that the greasers and the socs plan on having a brawl in response to Bob's death. However, Cherry has been acting as a spy for the greasers, as she feels somewhat responsible for what had happened. Pony Boy and Johnny try to leave with Dally to prepare for the brawl, but they notice that the church they had been hiding in has caught fire. What's worse is that some school children have wandered inside, and it's now up to them to try and save them. The themes of rich versus poor fuel this novel and its intense scenes. It also showcases how the two different gangs resist or respond to the social and economic elements that keep the groups separate. These elements are what strip each greaser and sock of their individuality and their humanity. How will all this play out? Will the children be rescued from the fire? Will Pony Boy and Johnny escape the law? Who will win the planned brawl between the two gangs? Let's find out with us here at Reach Out, and let's read The Outsiders together. We hope to see you there.